Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some great online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I'm going to be installing some titanium scales on what will surely be referred to as the pickle knife henceforth on my channel. If you didn't watch the unboxing of this, the story behind this is that some members of my Discord, actually it was Brooke, decided to engrave pickle knights and a pickle on this mini Benchmade Griptilian, and then there's actually also a jar of pickles and enablers club on there, which is something that's on my Discord. But anyways, Brooke decided to just give this to me. So thank you very much, Brooke. I will keep this on the channel for the foreseeable future. I really appreciate that. Really, really cool. I decided immediately, I love this knife, but I want to put some titanium scales on it for no other reason than just I love titanium. So here's the truth, guys. I picked these up at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and they weren't exactly what I was expecting. They're okay. They come to a seam back here. I'm sure they're fine. They were less expensive than the Flytanium ones, but truthfully, I think the Flytanium ones are probably I've had a better experience with titanium scales through Flytanium in general, and I don't think the Flytanium variants have the seam. I think they are set up to have standoffs or come with standoffs or something like that. Maybe they don't. I can't remember. In any case, if you want to check these out at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, you can. If you want to check out the ones I recommend, which are the Flytanium ones, I will link them down below. I trust Flytanium's consistency. Yeah, I'll link those, and I'll link Benchmade Griptilians as well down below so you guys can check those out. I'm going to get out my tools here. You can check out my tools down in the description. I've got the stubby bit driver, a magnetic bit driver through a wheel. It's a 1/4 inch. Then I've got my WIA bit set, and then I've also got my Scout titanium driver. That's kind of nice having, being able to put a lot of torque on the screw or just a little bit and be able to control it with this sort of bearing system back here. This guy's a little bit more expensive. These guys are much less expensive. You can check all that stuff out down in the description if you want to. These are the tools that I use to disassemble my knives. Thank you so much for my generous patrons for supporting me right now. If you'd like to get your hands on some cool stickers and some other benefits, there's of course a link down in the description. You're supporting me in the world to me, and please follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. All right, let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, so there was something I forgot to mention right at the beginning of the video. Really important. Taking apart the Benchmade Griptilian sucks. Oh my god, that sucked. I forgot. There were so many little, stupid little things I forgot. I was like, yeah, I'll just jump in and do this video. Look, it came together. I don't know if you guys noticed, I lost a screw and I had to get up. Fortunately, I hoard old Benchmade. I've done this so many times. I've got a pile of spare Benchmade parts because these screws can strip. It's easy to lose them, right? So I lost one of these guys, and I've got multiple spares, so I just put one back in. But The order in which you do things is so important. You got to make sure, by the way, you got to make sure you get this last screw out back here or it won't come off. And I tried to like twist it because I forgot that screw was in there and it ended up kind of stripping out one of the parts in the plastic scales. You got to make sure you get all the screws out. And then you got to take the axis, the cartridge liner with the, don't take the axis lock out of the cartridge liner. You got to take that completely out and set it into the frame. And if you can get one side, well, actually, what I found out is you really need to get the cartridge back in to the entirety of the frame. Like construct everything together except for the blade. That's my strategy. And then this pivot barrel is D-shaped. So you got to work that in right flush with this first liner and then slide in what I did is one washer and the blade, then get it through the washer and the blade, and then slide in the other washer because otherwise you're going to fight all three moving pieces at the same time. So the pivot barrel is holding in the washer and the blade and then position that next washer. And what I was doing there to position it, by the way, is to get, I was actually using a tiny flathead. You can use itty bitty little teeny tiny flathead, something like this. Whoops. Little flathead. And what you do is you got to pull the axis bar down while you're doing this. That's the difficult part, is pulling the axis bar down and maneuvering the washer and the blade into place and kind of taking the tip of this screwdriver and circling everything around so it lines up, and then you push that. It'll finally just click, click, and then you got to move it back down so it's just flush with the top of the blade so you can squeeze that washer in there and then line that up and then keep pushing and messing with it and all that. And finally, after a while, I think that took 1 minute and 45 seconds for you. It took a lot longer for me. Then you can kind of push that through there. It's a good idea to get some, I use some break-free CLP to get everything to kind of stick together and keep the washers lubricated. Finally push through. Then, and here's the reason I'm going to recommend the Flytanium scales to you guys. So this is fine. The action is good. It's okay. It does not drop anymore. At some point it might, right? It doesn't though. It's centered up okay. I probably could get that perfectly centered if I want to. The Benchmade Griptilian is very finicky because of how the cartridge fits to the scales. The body screws and what order they're tightened down in relationship to the pivot will determine the quality of action and the centering. In this case, this knife is even more finicky because how tight I got the body screws into the frame actually determined whether the pivot was loose or not. It actually was determining how smooth the action was. And I was like, what? The action's going to be so tight. So I had to take the pivot back out, unscrew all the body screws, get the pivot where I wanted, and then screw the body screws down. And now if I want to center it, I got to do all that over again and get it all perfectly synced up so that it's perfectly centered and has the action that I want. And still, I'm guessing this is going to be about best case scenario. It's not free fall. It's still smooth enough to where I can whip it in and out, right, and do the reverse flick, all that stuff. The important thing is it's like that and it's solid, right? But getting it perfectly, it takes a miracle to get aftermarket parts and get everything to come right back together. These will break in a little bit, right? And this one I'm not too concerned with because it's going to be used as it's going to be kind of an EDC beater and at the same time maybe a size comparison here. But yeah, for that reason, I think these scales were not that expensive. All the more reason to, if you want to do this, get the Flytanium ones because those are going to be fitted a little bit better. I imagine you're not going to have to mess around with this stuff nearly as, I mean, it's still going to be difficult to get this thing together, but like as far as like the tolerances and getting the action the way you want it and getting it centered, the Flytanium scales are probably more precision machined, and when that's the case, it's easier to get things back together the way you want. But yeah, this is a nightmare. Make sure that you've got some quality tools. These, if I didn't have these tools, I couldn't imagine. That'd be rough. Wea, bits, this guy and this guy are not expensive, and you can do this with just these two. This guy made some things a little bit easier, trying to get exactly the right amount of torque in there and being able to kind of spin that on your palm because of the bearing thing back there is nice, right? But yeah, pick yourself up some quality tools. All this stuff will be linked down in the description, as well as the Benchmade Griptilian and some better quality Flytanium scales for you guys. But hey, I got it together. It works. It is functional, and there's nothing wrong with it, and all the screws are tightened down, and everything is solid. As far as fit and finish of these scales go on the outside, yeah, it's all right. The seam is, you know, it's a seam, and then it's not standoff, so you can see how it kind of locks together in there. They're okay. They're tumbled. I mean, I like the aesthetic of this now, and I like how it feels way better than with the Grivery or this injection mold plastic, right? It's fine. Anyways, I hope that was entertaining. I'm sure that was a little bit painful, even in hyperlapse, to watch. I hope you guys were at least mildly entertained by this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.